Wow. I called Wike while in Israel. He was shaking, but I told him not to fear. This is a Ibiyomi. Is he a pastor Ibiyomi or? Well, he's talking about this is Supreme Court victory. David Ibiyomi, founder of Salvation Ministries, has claimed that he played a spiritual role in the Yeson Wike's emergence as governor of Rivers State. According to Daily Post, while preaching at the church's headquarters in Port Harcourt, Ibiyomi recounted that Wike approached him during a critical moment when his governorship victory faced serious legal threats. At the time, Wike had already suffered defeat at both the High Court and the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court's ruling was expected that could prevent him from taking office. There's no doubt all these people, when it comes to money, all these people that call themselves pastors, when it comes to money, they compromise because that is the reason why they are always keeping quiet, even in the face of adversaries against the people, in the face of all this lawlessness. They always keep quiet. In a widely circulated video from the sermon, the BOM said he offered spiritual support, suggesting divine intervention contributed to Wike's eventual success. He said, I called him while I was in Israel. He was shaking, but I told him not to fear. The BOM said, I told him that God would step in, and he said, Papa, I believe you. At that time, he was in the PDP. APC was in power. He was in the PDP. So now he's no longer in PDP. You see? Did you hear that statement? He said at that time he was in the PDP. Has he ever left PDP? Has he ever been in another party before? That is a food for thought. APC was in power and we were holding 5 nights of glory. After the program on Tuesday, Wike walked up to me and the judgment was to be announced on Friday. The pastor said he assured Wike that even if the country initially ruled against him, the outcome could be reversed. At the time, Wike reportedly had no financial resources because he belonged to the opposition party. He had no money. When events later turned in Wike's favor, he allegedly credited the outcome to divine intervention and invited the BOM as the only priest to his Thanksgiving service. Ibiyomi also revealed that Wike sought his counsel again during his re-election campaign. When it appeared he might lose, arrangements had been made to ensure he lost, and someone even questioned the effectiveness of the prayers, he said. The pastor added that Wike appeared visibly shaken, prompting him to make a covenant with God on the politician's behalf. He personally contributed millions as a vow to God, explaining that the prayers were offered both for Wike and for himself. Shey I don't see so. No wonder, no matter how you cry, say hunger day for where they don't get time. That is how they are still going to be milking from the poor masses, all in the name of tithes and what have you. He said it. He's not even hiding it. He's not hiding it. Unfortunately, gullible people, those who do not even have brains, they will be telling him, Papa, well done. These are the kind of people that support all these politicians. The kind of character of a Wike now is what somebody is encouraging, that it is the right thing, or what Wike is doing, because they will make you look foolish in this country. And that's why people from outside the country look us as if we have no brain. We are promoting illegality, lawlessness, impunity. He prayed. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Pastor David Ibiyomi, so you prayed for a Curtis to be governor. This implies that you also aided and abetted in the destruction of Rivers State. How we wish you told your part. Just look at him today. Disaster. You played a spiritual role in the emergence of this satanist. This is very disheartening. There's a big mix up. When Wike was governor, who was the president of Nigeria and which party was in power? Late Reverend Dr. Umar Pai was the one Wike ran to in the night and told him they said he will not be governor. Umar Pai said to him, go and prepare as the next governor. All those are some people will always want to be relevant through social media. No being using a talker. Show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Some of these pastors are occultic and in the temple of God. I don't even like to insult pastors, but hey, David, for no talk this thing. Oh. So what do you derive in letting us know how close to him, though you are close to him? You men of God who pride yourself in being close to lawless, reckless, oppressive murderers should be silent and blush. Your closeness with him is supposed to transform and redeem him. But no, the opposite is the case. Yet they are proud to let people know how they are close to such rogues in corridors of power in Nigeria. Are we now saying God made a mistake? Given how he has turned out and what he has done, like God supporting a causes to win and rule over his people with greed. Where is Wike, PDP or APC? I don't understand it, but useless leaders, liars, looters, thieves. Many pastors today in Nigeria are terrorists. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Look at the type of person you pray for. Shame on you, pastor. See where the so-called pastor has taken Nigeria to. It is a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame. How did we get to this point? You give madman Rivers mandate before. Can you imagine? You have just said, or what you have just said, you feel so proud spilling this. I'm just even asking someone according to you who had no money because he was there, he wasn't yet in power. Even though he had been a minister before then, he ended up contributing millions to your church projects. Abi, of course you well know proceed of what the million is, don't you? The same man has since acquired property here and there. Imagine what a man of God is saying. And he played a spiritual role in the controversial emergence of a party in a disputed election success, whereas Christ clearly discouraged his followers from engaging in political activities. Christianity and politics in Nigeria are like 5 and 6. I rest my case. It is talking with pride. Talking with pride. Nanugo. I don't hear so.